as we now know, the groups for the 2026 World Cup, and I thought I would do a bit of a reaction video to it, an initial thoughts one, and I also asked my members for what video they wanted me to see, well, they wanted to see it next, and they wanted me to predict very early my World Cup predictions. So here we are. I thought I'd do a bit of an initial reaction to the groups and give a very, very early prediction for the groups, and then also the knockout bracket. So yeah, again, very early, just initial thoughts. I'll of course do an actual prediction video closer to the time, because of course a lot can change in 6 months or so. But yeah, just my initial thoughts and reaction today. So if we begin with Group A. So Group A, we have South Korea, Mexico, South Africa, and then another spot. Now it doesn't list on this page, so I listed it here. So one of Ireland, Denmark, North Macedonia, or Czech Republic. Now, I mean, it's not the most glamorous of groups, I must say, but the opening game of the tournament is this one, Mexico, South Africa, which I will say is great vibes. If you remember 2010, that was the game where the iconic South Africa goal happened in that 2010 World Cup. Shabalaba with that, iconic celebration. So I mean, it's a great sort of fixture to open up the World Cup, really. And I think it's actually quite an even group. I don't really think there's a big favourite here. Oh, I will say Mexico, obviously with that home advantage. I think they've done quite well, and I think, to be honest, every single team in this group is going to fancy their chance and be pretty pleased with this. I think it's one of the more even groups here. Like I said, I don't think there's really a clear winner or favourite, rather. But I do think Mexico being at home, that home crowd in Mexico City, wow, they're going to be so up for it. So I do think Mexico will progress. This prediction, I think I'm going to have to actually predict every game. I think Mexico probably beat South Africa 2-1. I'm going to go there. And I guess with this, I'm just going to assume the team which I think is most likely to come through out of this, which I would go for Denmark, I guess. I think I'm most likely to make that. Denmark, South Korea, I think Denmark will win that. Denmark, South Africa, I actually think, South Africa have been really good. Again, this is really initial early reaction. AFCON is actually going to have a big sort of swing on this, because, who knows, maybe South Africa win the AFCON and go into the World Cup with such a high and such great momentum. I think they could cause some problems. I think they could take something off Denmark. I do think, so, as I said, Mexico, I believe all of their home games, well, except this one here, apparently, all of their group games are not at home, but most of them are, and pretty much most of them are going to feel like home games, so I think that's going to give them a real big boost here. In the end, I think if Denmark go through out of this, I suspect they'll go through in this group. I think Mexico, as I said, that home advantage is really going to play a factor for them, so I would have Mexico and Denmark going through in this group. But like I said, I actually think this is one of the most even groups in the tournament. Group B, we have Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, and then one of Wales, Northern Ireland, Italy, or Bosnia. So, I will say again, Canada, another host nation who have actually got a pretty decent draw here. I think they'll definitely fancy their chances. Could have been a lot worse for the host side here. But having said that, I do think if Italy don't go through, then oh boy, but you would suspect Italy do make it to this World Cup. I'm going to assume they do, and if they do, I think there are two clear favourites here for this group, Italy and Switzerland. I don't think Qatar, I think they're going to be a bit of a whipping boy in this group. But I do think Canada are going to give it a real good go, and I wouldn't be shocked if Canada got through here. But I would say Switzerland and Italy are the clear favourites here. Particularly, Switzerland have been on some great form going into this tournament and always make it to the knockout stages. So, like I said, I think Canada can definitely cause some problems, but I would suspect if Italy are the ones to make it through to this group, they would have enough here to win this, or well, rather get through in the group. I don't know why I just keep doing that, but I think Italy can beat them. Like I said, I think Qatar, they were really poor at the last World Cup. I don't actually think they're really a better team than what they were before. So I think they're going to be the whipping boys. I don't even think they're going to get a single point, quite frankly. I'm not even going to give them a goal. I really don't back them. I think it's going to end up something like that. I think Switzerland will top the group. Italy, as much as they have quality, if they do make this, they are still fairly inconsistent. I do think Switzerland will beat them if they play them. So I have Switzerland topping the group, and then Italy, and then I just have Canada missing out. Although I think there's like a third place ranking, so I wouldn't be surprised if Canada snuck through there. Group C, we have Brazil, AD, Morocco, and Scotland. Real fun group, I must say, like some real fun matchups here. Brazil versus Scotland is going to be really fun. Brazil versus Haiti is going to be really cool as well. Yeah, and I mean, look, Brazil are the clear favourites for this group, although it is a bit of a hard one actually for them. Like, Morocco are a very good team, as we saw at the last World Cup, and they've been very good since then. And Scotland, again, are a bit of a tricky team to come up against. They always give teams a hard game. Kind of like Qatar, I think Haiti, look, it's going to be fun for them coming up against Brazil, but let's be real, they're the whipping boys of this group. I don't expect much from them. But Brazil, they haven't been in amazing form. First game against Morocco, that is going to be fireworks. That really is. I think that honestly could be a draw there. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Morocco topped this group. Again, AFCON is very sort of dependent. This one, I'm going to go 4-0 here. I think Brazil are going to put an absolute hiding on AD. Sorry to any Haydens watching. I don't know if that is what people from AD are called. Scotland, Brazil on the final match. I mean, that is going to be jokes. Imagine Scott McKenio bagging against Brazil. I mean, that would be absolutely jokes. I say Brazil do eventually get through here. I think they will top the group just about, but I think Morocco and Scotland will cause them a lot of problems, but that's quite a fun group. Right, and Group D, we have Australia, Paraguay, USA, and one of Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo. Out of those, I would expect Turkey probably to get out of there. I think the USA have really had a nice draw. Donald Trump has pulled some strings here because that is a really nice draw. I think this is a great, like I said, great draw for them. I think they can easily top this group, easily at least should be getting out this group. Australia are okay, but they're not an amazing team. Paraguay, again, they're okay, but they're not amazing. And Turkey are decent, but honestly, I think the US should do quite well here. Like I said, I think they've been handed a bit of an easy draw here. I still think if Turkey are the ones chance to get in this. I think Turkey will top this group, but I think the US will definitely go through here. I will say all the host nations have really been handed quite a nice draw, I must say. Right, Group E we have Ivory Coast, Curacao, Ecuador, and Germany. And well, first things first, Curacao, thanks for coming, because that is an awful group for them to be drawn into. Now, Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador is interesting. Germany and Ecuador for me are the clear favourites. However, Ivory Coast, I think, can really pull something off it. I wouldn't be surprised if they snatch second. I think Germany will definitely go through here. It's not going to be easy for them by any means, but yeah, I think they can. I think Germany will definitely go through here, but this last game, Ecuador-Germany, is going to be really interesting. I think Ecuador can do quite well here. Yeah, like I said, poor Curacao, I'll give them a goal, but that is a horrible group. But this is a really fun group, really fun group. I wouldn't be surprised if Ivory Coast got out, but I think Germany and Ecuador will. Japan, Netherlands, Tunisia, and one of Poland, Ukraine, Sweden, and Albania. I would say out of those, probably Poland will go through there. And you know what? This is actually quite a fairly even group. I mean, Netherlands are the favourites here, but you know, Netherlands aren't exactly like a powerhouse right now. They are a team you could definitely slip up, and if Poland get through here, I mean, that are three solid teams. Really solid teams. You have all done pretty well in recent World Cups, so this is actually, honestly, this could be a bit of a banana skin for the Netherlands. I still think they probably go through, but I think it's going to be really tough for them, and this is quite a tough group to call, honestly. Tunisia, one of those teams who just grind out results. Japan, again, one of those teams who always seem to do quite well at World Cups. And if it's Poland, I mean, Poland actually beat the Netherlands, I believe, in World Cup qualifying, so this is going to get really interesting, this group. Very hard to call. Others, I do think Netherlands will eventually have enough to get through and top the group. As for second, I think I'm gonna edge Japan here to take it, but that's quite a tough group. Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand in Group G. I mean, Belgium have been blessed here with a very easy group for them. I think they will definitely top it. Now, second place is going to be an interesting one. I do think it'll probably be between Iran and Egypt. Sorry, I'm not sure New Zealand are really going to do too much at this World Cup. And I think it'll come down to this final match day. You know what, we'll give them a point. Between Egypt and Iran, I think on the final match day, that's going to decide it. And you know what, we'll go Egypt. Mo Salah turns up and sends his team to the knockouts. Group H, we have Cape Verde, Spain, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. I mean, this is going to be nice and easy for Spain. I mean, this opening game, honestly, I think it's going to be a battering Spain, Cape Verde. And I mean, you would expect Uruguay to comfortably get through here, but Uruguay have really been quite bad recently under Bielsa. They haven't been amazing. That said, I still think they will comfortably go through here. Spain and Uruguay, I think Spain will easily top this group. That final game will be a fun one, but I think Spain comfortably win that. And Uruguay should go through too. Okay, Group I, we have France, Norway, Senegal, and one of Iraq, Bolivia, or Suriname. Now, I'm not even going to say who's going to get through there, because whoever gets through there, I feel sorry for, because I don't think they're getting any points. But this is, I think, kind of the group of death, at least in terms of it's really hard to call. Obviously, France should top the group, but Norway and Senegal are two really strong teams here, and they're really good. They're two teams in fantastic form who have really grown in the last year or so. It's going to be really fun. France and Senegal as well, a lot of history at the World Cup. Reuniting on the first match day should be really fun. Yeah, I think France, like, they'll top this group, but I don't think it's going to be easy for them. It's going to be a real test, and it's between Norway and Senegal for that second spot. I'm not entirely sure who's going to get it. If I had to pick, okay, I don't know why I've done that, but okay. Yeah, I mean, well, first I should say, yeah, good luck to whoever gets out of that intercontinental thing. Iraq, Bolivia, Suriname. Have fun, but I think it's going to come down to that final match day between Senegal and Norway to decide who goes through. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go Senegal. I think they're just a little bit more of a complete team than Norway, who are, you know, a bit reliant on Haaland. But I think, yeah, that is a really good group, and I think that could go either way. Next up, we have Algeria, Argentina, Austria, and Jordan. Yeah, Argentina should comfortably go through here, the world champs. Definitely should be topping this group. There's between Austria and Algeria for the second spot, which, I mean, could be a bit of a shootout, actually. Yeah, Jordan, I think, can cause a bit of problems, but I don't think in the end I'll give them a point here, but I don't think they're going to get out of this group. Similarly to the other group, I think will come down to the final match day between Algeria and Austria, and I would favour Austria in that. Group K, we have Colombia, Portugal, Uzbekistan, and one of DR Congo, Jamaica, and New Caledonia. I can't lie, whoever gets out of it doesn't matter. Portugal and Colombia are comfortably, or should at least comfortably, get out of this group. It's just about who tops it, and I think it'll come down to that final match day, which should be a really good game actually between Colombia and Portugal. And you know what? I'm gonna go Colombia. Colombia to win this game and top this group. But they've been really good in the last few years. And finally, Group L, England's group, we have England, Ghana, Panama, and Croatia. Now, as an England fan, I'm kind of happy about this. Like, we've got a difficult group, but it's not too difficult that I'm, like, concerned that we are not qualifying from the group. We've got a really big test in Croatia in the opening day, which, you know, I think in a World Cup you want to get tested early on, so I don't mind that. But then we have two winnable games against Ghana and Panama. Panama should be an easy win. Ghana, though, again, they're like, it is a expected win, but it's not going to be a cakewalk, which, you know, I think is good prep for us. Obviously it's a little bit of a harder group, but you know, like I said, I think if you want to win a World Cup, you need to get tested early on. So this is good. That England-Croatia game early on, I mean, historically, England, we don't really start tournaments like blitzing teams. We don't have a great record versus Croatia, but I reckon we'll do them here. I think we will top the group just about. I do think Croatia will go through as well. I think Panama are going to be the whipping boys of this group. I do think we will win most of our games. I think we'll win all of our games, but I think it's going to be easy in all of them. And like I said, I think it's a good test for us early on, but I think we will top that group, and I think Croatia will too. Right, so I guess then my third place team's going through Ivory Coast, Canada, Scotland, Paraguay, so knockout bracket. Okay, this is the bracket I have then. So we have Germany versus Scotland in around 32. Yeah, I think Germany will definitely win that. France versus Paraguay should be an easy France win. Okay, now who is this? So UEFA qualifying 4 versus UEFA qualifying 1, which I think is so that is, who do I say? Denmark versus Italy. Denmark versus Italy. Ooh, that is tough. You know what? I really don't think Italy are that good. I think they were 4. No, I think they were 1. Wait, is it Denmark, Italy? Am I going mad? Yeah, it's Denmark, Italy. I'm going Denmark to win. Netherlands, Morocco. Wow, what a game that is. And you know what? Morocco, I'm backing them. I'm taking Morocco. Portugal, Croatia. We'll go Portugal. Spain, Austria, Spain. UEFA qualify 3. Who was that? In the USA group as Turkey. Turkey, Canada. Home crowd tax Canada. Belgium, Saudi Arabia. Should be comfortable. Belgium win. We have Brazil, Japan. I mean, honestly, wouldn't be surprised if Japan took them there, but I'll take Brazil. Ecuador, Senegal. That should be a banger of a game. Repeat of the 2022 World Cup. I'm gonna go Ecuador. Mexico, Ivory Coast. I'll go Mexico. England, Norway. Oh wow, that could be tough. But I'll take England. Oh wow, Argentina, Uruguay. Damn, that would be absolute classic. I'll take Argentina. USA, Egypt. Take USA. Switzerland, Iran, Switzerland, and Colombia to beat Ghana. So then we have Brazil, Ecuador. Wow. We'll take Brazil. Mexico versus England in Mexico City as well. Oh boy, I wouldn't be stunned if we lost this just because of that atmosphere. But I'm gonna take England. Argentina versus USA. Imagine the US are the ones to knock out Messi and the World Cup champs. I don't think it'll happen though. Switzerland, Colombia. That is gonna be a really good game, but I'll take Colombia. Germany, France. Oh wow. Oh, that's tough, but I'll go France. Denmark, Morocco. We're gonna, we'll take Morocco. Portugal, Spain. Repeat of the Nations League final, but I think Spain will take them this time. And Belgium, Canada. You know what? I don't think this Belgian team is very good. Home attacks. We'll take Canada, making their quarters. France, Morocco, repeat of the semi-finals from 2022, and I think we'll have the same outcome. France win. Spain, Canada, yeah, Canada, you can get out. Oops. And on this side we have Brazil, England. We're back in the boys. We're taking England, and then Argentina, Colombia. Wow. We'll take Argentina. So two semi-finals are England, Argentina, and France, Spain. I'm taking Spain, and I am taking Argentina. So Argentina versus Spain. I mean, it is sort of the two favourites. Third place would take France. Surprise, surprise, yeah, I've got the two favourites here on either side of a bracket, meeting the Copa America finals. The Copa America winners, versus Euro winners. The best team in South America versus the best team in Europe. And I think Spain do not beat them, and I think Argentina go back to back. There we go. An early World Cup prediction for you guys. Let me know your thoughts on the draw. Are you happy with your nation's draw?